morning, Gators. My name is Adrian.
And my name is Daniel. We hope you're having a great Gator Day so far.
Daniel, who are the special guests to say the pledge this week?
This week we have Miss White's class. So let's join Miss White's class in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Miss White's class, for leading our school in the pledge. Great job, everyone. Now it's time for the weather report by Luke. Luke, how's the weather look for this week?
Good morning, Gators. This is Luke's weather report for the week of October 14th, 2013. On Monday, it is cloudy with a high of 70. On Tuesday, it is cloudy with a high of 72. On Wednesday, it is cloudy with a high of 74. On Thursday, it is partly cloudy with a high of 72. And on Friday, it is partly cloudy with a high of 71. Looks like we're going to have a gloomy week. Not a good week to go to the pool. Now back to Daniel and Adrian.
Thank you, Luke, for that wonderful weather forecast. Now let's check with Elijah to see what's up.
Yeah, I need to know if any of my friends have birthdays this week. I may have to go buy a rainbow loom.
And I can't wait to hear what's on the lunch menu. Elijah, what's up, Glenwood?
What's up, Glenwood? It's Elijah here with the birthdays and lunch menu for this week. Let's start with the birthdays. On Wednesday, we have Yuhao and Chase C. and Clark N. On Saturday, we have Zajin C. and Lucas X. And on Sunday, we have Allison M. and Ava T. Happy birthday, Gators. Now for the lunch menu. On Monday, we have mac and cheese, PB&J, and cheese pizza. On Tuesday, we have cheesy nachos with beef, chicken teriyaki, or fruit and yogurt plate. On Wednesday, we have roasted pork with gravy, turkey corn dog, or cheese sandwich. And on Thursday, we have pasta with meat sauce, turkey and cheese sub, or fish sticks. And finally, on Friday, we have chicken nuggets, toasted cheese sandwich, or Asian mixed green salad. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Elijah, for all that great information.
Huh? What's for lunch tomorrow? If I don't get lunch, I'm going to starve. Adrian, how do I get to watch that segment again?
Okay, Daniel, calm down. So Miss Starkey has created a tiny URL so you can watch the Gator News. It's tinyurl.com/Gator News. So don't worry.
Thank you, Adrian.
You're welcome.
In our next segment, though, we're going to learn about someone here at Glenwood. This is really exciting.
Yes, I can't wait to learn more about my teachers and fellow students. Today our reporter Jeannie is interviewing Miss Britt. Jeannie, are you ready?
Hi, this is Jeannie, and today we're interviewing Miss Britt. Hi, Miss Britt.
Hi, Jeannie. How are you?
Good.
Good.
I have a few questions for you.
Okay. Hope they're not too hard.
Who is your favorite artist?
Well, that's a difficult question. Being an artist and an art educator, I come across a lot of different artists. But probably one of my most favorite famous artists is Romare Bearden. Have you ever heard of him? No. Well, he's a North Carolina native, actually. He was born in Charlotte, but then he moved up to New York during what's called the Harlem Renaissance, and so he did a lot of artwork about music and blues and some of his experiences in North Carolina. And the way he created most of his artwork is through a type of art called collage. Do you remember doing collages? Yeah, so collages are one of my favorite types of art to do, to not only make, but also to look at, because it's kind of like a puzzle. So you can get all different types of pieces and put them together, but it's even harder than a puzzle because you don't necessarily know what your final product is going to look like. Whereas if you're putting together a puzzle, sometimes you have the picture you can put right in front of you, you know? And, so it's just like you can put all different pieces together. So I like art where he takes lots of pieces and puts them together, so collage. So Romare Bearden would be one of my favorite artists. Famous artists. However, a lot of my most favorite artists are my friends and my students, because y'all come up with lots of cool ideas that like just blow my mind every day.
So, what are your hobbies?
One of my hobbies, I love to go shopping. I love vintage stuff, like vintage dresses, and I love to go through the thrift store. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. You just never know what you're going to find, so it kind of is fun to go do those kinds of things. Other things I love music, so I go to a lot of shows. Well, not as much anymore because I have to get up early, but I love to go to shows on the weekends, and I love to listen to music. I also I have lots of cats, so I like to take care of them and hang out with my friends, and also my mom and my grandmother are two of my best friends, so I try to hang out with them as much as I can.
Why did you decide to be an art teacher?
So that's kind of a funny story. When I was little, I actually used to swear up and down that I would never be a teacher, and yet here I am. My mom was an art teacher for 40 years, and so I think when I was little, I just didn't want to be just like my mom, so I wanted to be something else. But then I really got into art in high school, and so I actually went to a special arts high school in North Carolina, and then I went to UNC for art. So when I graduated Carolina with an art degree, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with it. And then I got a job as a nanny and started working with kids and realized I love to work with kids. And so being an art teacher combines creating art and working with children. So I get to do both. And I love to see children's creativity because, like I said, as I mentioned earlier, y'all come up with some amazing ideas, you use your imaginations, and that's what I like to see. So,
what's your favorite type of art?
my favorite type of art, well, as I mentioned earlier, collage is one of my favorite types of art. I actually majored in what's called mixed media in college, which means that I might paint on a photo or take a sculpture and drill holes into it, or kind of crazy things like that. So mixed media just means you take a whole bunch of different ways of creating art and put them together. So once again, it kind of goes back to that collage thing where I don't like to just be limited to one thing, like just drawing or just painting or just photography. I like to kind of mash them all together. It helps you kind of problem solve, figure things out. What type of art is your favorite? I know you love art.
I like drawing.
You like drawing? Well, good. I'm glad you like drawing.
Thank you, Miss Britt. And now back to the studio.
That was a very interesting interview. She did a great job.
She sure did. I can't wait to see who will be learning that next. In the meantime, though, we have one more story.
That's right. Our On the Stand reporter trip is reporting about Miss McSwain's Culture Wheel class.
I wonder what's going on in there.
I'm not sure, but I think they're doing something to help us learn about the chomp.
Trip here. I want to see Miss McSwain and her cultural students. McSwain, what are you guys going to do?
Well, we have been working on a song using Beethoven's Ode to Joy and making words for using the chomp matrix. And so here are a selection of students, and they're going to perform our song for us.
Here at Glenwood, we care for others. We don't talk when the teacher is talking. We use kind words to each other. Be respectful always. We must practice safety together, not running in the hall. Please remember to follow chalk. You will be a super gator.
Wow. So, that was really interesting. Now, back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Thanks, Trip. That song's going to be stuck in my head all week.
Me too. That's our show for this week. Thanks for watching, and have a great Gator week.